Hello and welcome back. I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Distant Worlds 2, the United Federation of Planets playthrough. All right, I've decided that the next research, based on our start, since we're so close to the edge of the galaxy, I think we're going to be exposed to a few fewer pirates than we normally would. We're less likely to meet other empires for a while as well. I'm going to make the long-term tech play, which is to go for the research lab tech. It's going to take us 9.6 years without doing a crash course. We probably will crash course it, but I like to usually wait until the crash course, till the research is like somewhere between 30 and 50% complete, just to give ourselves the opportunity for a innovation, like a free crash course. Could save us thousands of credits if we get it. So let's give them a little bit of time, see if we get lucky. And in the meantime, I have retrofitted our ships. So for the most part, it's very simple. We just added the skip drive. Wow, amazing. A couple ships did need a little bit of extra tweaking, like an extra reactor here or there, just to make sure they had full power. What's really important is that if you see this over here, this means that the ship will not travel at full speed. You'll see that this one can only go 6K speed at hyperdrive. The skip drive has a maximum hyperdrive speed of 10,000, so to fix that issue, you add another reactor. Now we can go full speed. So you want to make sure that, red things that are bad don't show up on the ship designer screen. Not going to spend a lot of time going through all of these numbers. Maybe we'll do a more of a deep dive when we get into some combat stuff, but for right now, this ship will do its job. The mining ship got a significant change. So it loses its small mining engines, picks up the skip drive, picks up a second cargo drive, and another fuel cell. And now they're going to be a little bit more of a long-range miner with less mining speed, but more cargo capacity, since they now have the skip drive. And then the freighter is just still a basic freighter. Not a lot of cargo. I could fit more, but there's just no reason to. They're not going to carry more than 1,600 cargo at once anyway, so I don't see any point in having another cargo bay on here. It just doesn't really help us. They really don't need 4 fuel cells yet either, but it's fine. So let's go ahead and let time pass. We're now making 700 cash flow annually. Since we have the skip drive, let's go ahead and knock out 2 more exploration ships. We will build them out of the spaceport because it has the highest build speed at 3.0 versus our planet with a build speed of 2.25. Eventually, Earth will have more build speed than the spaceport, but that's based on population, and we've only gained 200 million people so far. So here, we're going to build 2 more exploration ships. And we probably also want to make sure that this guy's already doing his first jump. We're about to get our first jump. You are trying to survey Turvac 5 without a skip drive. That's not very smart. You're a very silly ship. You need to not do that and instead go home. Dummy. You don't have a... he was just planning on flying from here to there. Just taking his time. He got like 1/6 of the way maybe? Whatever. There's our first hyperdrive jump. This guy's going to Turvac 4. There is something kind of abusive that was possible in previous patches. I'm not sure if it's possible in the current patch. But if you never build a mining base on your gas giant, then you can delay pirates. So that's interesting. I'm gonna leave most of my explorers on automatic. I should have caught that guy just flying away. I didn't realize that those 2 ships were going to scan down the asteroids so quickly, and then he would take on the next closest task. All right, there's our research station. Let's check our funding, make sure we're paying for all of the potential research speed that we can. Get that up to about there. And we're actually able to pay for all of our growth and all of our research. That's great. And then we still have a net excess. Not much, but a little bit. This research station also gives us a 15% bonus to construction research. So when we look here, you can see we have an all research bonus of 10%, and then an extra 15 to construction. So when we are in this section here, at the top of the tooltip, we have a total of 25% bonus to research speed in this one category. We're good at that type of tech. It's very important to keep that in mind. Sometimes you'll be really good at weapons, sometimes you'll be really good at construction or shields, hyperdrives, whatever your advantage is, you kind of want to use it. All right, where's that explorer ship? This one's leaving the construction yard. I'm gonna go ahead and manually pull this one out and tell him to go survey what I want him to survey. He's en route to survey there. This other one is on his way to retrofit. This one's doing that. This one's going to Trivec 5. The game does a pretty great job of having the ships go. They don't fight each other for stuff. But if possible, I want to make sure we're surveying this thing, because this thing has a... we have an unknown ruin on Trivec 2. And no one is currently surveying Trivec 2. He's surveying that moon. So I'm actually going to have him go to Trivec 2 first, and then we'll put him back to automated. The sooner we can get this ruins on, get it revealed, the sooner we might be able to get some events and stuff. We have a new general. Sort of surprising that Bob has no skills, or sorry, no traits yet. Our other scientist hasn't picked up any traits yet either. Not a huge deal that we don't have a mining base here yet. Like, we don't really necessarily need these resources. We've got plenty. If we look at the capital and then hover here, we can see our supplies. We can also see it by going to the resources tab. We can see everything that we have in the whole empire. I think we start with 1,000 of pretty much everything. So we're good. You encountered some strange debris. It looks to be biological in origin and very old. It appears... its appearance matches ancient descriptions of terrifying space monsters. It seems to be the carcass of one of these huge monsters. We found a Gravelix. That's excellent because that can be harvested. Can we harvest it? Pick up Gravelix carcass. Yes, do it. I don't know how this guy is able to do this. This is one of those weird mechanics in the game that just don't make sense to me. If we scroll down to his stats, he has 0 cargo capacity because there is no cargo bay, and yet he's got 91 Gravelix crystal in his inventory. Explain that. You can't. So Gravelix crystal is going to be good. All resources here. Gravelix crystal will give an 11% bonus to colony development. It's not something you can mine. You have to destroy space creatures to find it, but that is a huge bonus to our development for a while. We can go from 57 to 68% development, which is going to increase income a lot. So, good find. Sure good. I'm going to have this guy manually refuel at Earth, which will also cause him to unload his Gravelix crystals. Since this is an exploration ship, not a hauler, he's not going to prioritize bringing the crystals back to the capital. An independent colony of Mortallons has been encountered. They're naturally hostile to us. Initial communications have been extremely successful, and that's done. Okay, so despite having very infrequent independent colonies, we happen to have 400 million Mortallons living in our solar system. Creepy. Okay, well, the Mortallons, if we were to get 1 billion of them, they have these bonuses. They have 40% war weariness reduction, 10% bonus to weapons, 20% bonus to armor, 10% overall global bonus to mining rate, bonuses to ship maneuvering, troop recovery, negative diplomacy, but that's offset by us being human. Damage control, so their hull and armor take less damage, and they pay 10% less on ship maintenance, which actually stacks super well with our Bob, who has ship maintenance. So we definitely want 1 billion Mortallons. We have two options. We can either build troops to do a ground invasion, or we can wait for colonization tech and peacefully integrate them. Peacefully integrating them will give us a reputation bonus for a while, which will help with some of our initial contact with other races. So we probably want to play diplomatically. We are human after all, and that's just like kind of our deal. What do we have again, diplomacy-wise? We have a 20% bonus to diplomacy, so we're good at that. Also, I forgot to mention this in episode 1, but here are our human racial victory conditions. Control 100% of all continental colonies in the galaxy. We currently have 1 continental colony, which is 5% of the galaxy's total, so we get some small percentage of that victory condition. We need to have defensive treaties. We need to destroy more enemy ships and bases than we lose, earn the most tourist income, and earn the most trade income. Those are the things we're supposed to try to do. So, in order to make these guys like us, we want to, well, give them money. I mean, wouldn't you like people if they just gave you money? This thing is automatically defaulted to invasion when able, but I think that we're going to set it to diplomacy leading to peaceful colonization because I don't want to make ground troops. Also, it probably would have defaulted to diplomacy eventually, but it always starts off on invasion. So we have -5 opinion. If we want to do diplomacy, we already have a restricted trade agreement, which is great. To get to limited trade, we need 15 more opinion. It's very important that we get to limited trade ASAP, because limited trade gives 2 opinion per year that just builds up over time and will lead toward a nice high opinion value, which makes colonization guaranteed. So the sooner we can get to limited trade, the better, and it will also reduce the penalty for trading with them. A restricted trade agreement has a 50% cost, this has a 20%, and this has 0. So that means we need to give them about 37,500 monies. Soon. Let's wait, though. We can actually save quite a bit of cash if we wait for this. We are troubled by your strange alien ways. It's actually going down. We're actually losing opinion over time. Well, that's not good. Yeah, we're gonna want to give them money ASAP. Let's just start by giving them the small gift. So the smallest gift size is 12,500 roughly. It gives 5 opinion instantly. If we look at their opinion, we get 5. The medium-sized gift will give 10. The large gift will give 15. So long as those gifts aren't done within the gift-giving cooldown, it'll tell you, like, right here, if I had enough money to do it, it'll be the most effective after a certain amount of time. They don't want you to give money, like, every month or something. But, so that's going to come down at 2.5 per year over the next 2 years, but this is going up as well, bringing up the average, and this one's permanent, so we'll just sort of give them a little bit of money over time. May have been better to just save up for all of it in one go, but I'm hoping that I can give them a medium gift and get that limited trade agreement the next time we have enough cash. It's a lot of unexplored galaxy out there. Did we get our Gravelix crystals delivered just yet? We have 11% bonus to development from resources, and it is currently growing. You can check here to see if we have Gravelix crystal. We have 333 Gravelix crystal. I'm assuming that that's being consumed quite quickly. 0.76 per second. So it's not going to last super long, but for a little while, you can have a little bonus to development. The fact that we know that we're not going to get more of this makes me want to not overinvest right now. Just because this number is going up doesn't mean we want to build a whole bunch of ships and stuff, because we know that it's going to go away. Ancient data core found. We have encountered a computer data core floating in space. It looks to be mostly intact. Fancy. Wow. Ooh, wow. So there should be a ship nearby. He's going to go and move to it and pick it up for us. Do something with it. Pick up computer core. This exploration ship, let's also tell him to go home. So picking it up did nothing, apparently. That's cool. Maybe we'll get another event soon. Seems fine. Crash coursing research labs is getting more and more appealing to me. It's going to cost us 8,000 credits. I think we'll go ahead and do it. Economically, we're doing pretty okay at the moment. Making 2,000 nets. I do want to stock up some cash to get that Mortalin gift off. By the time we can colonize, we're quite a few techs away. We need, well, we need this. We need basic colonization. It's going to take 6.36 years just to research it, and then we've got to research basic passenger systems so that we can have... do we need basic passenger transport? Actually, I don't think we do. I think this gives us everything we need. But having a second colony right now would actually be economically bad for us, I think. We found some silicon on this moon, 56% abundance. In case I haven't explained it yet, all that abundance means is, as far as I know, let's say that you have a mining rate of 30 per second, and you have a resource with 50% abundance, then you're going to get half of the listed mining rate, right? Because it's only half abundant. If you have 4 different resources, or in this case 5 different resources on a planet, then whatever the mining rate is on that planet is divided by the amount of overall resources. So on planets that have a large number of resources, increasing the mining rate is pretty important. We still waiting on our construction ship. Where is our construction ship? You are trying to build a mining station at that place. Okay. So just have the one construction ship. But we do have some extra places. Necrostone, Emeros crystals. Necrostone, this is just like, these are construction materials. They're not going to give us any bonus to development, so I don't care about them too much just yet. This one, the Cassian crystal, though, should give... nope, I think that's a construction material as well. Silicon. These ones that have the little red dashed line around them, we have a shortage of that material, so these are kind of high priority locations. But, looks like it's all pretty much construction material. So, here, we could rename this now that we have a research station here, yeah? No, I can't? That's not cool. So we have to have a colony there? You know what? I'm gonna force it. We're gonna use the game editor. Look on this thing, and we're gonna call this Moon. Just call it the Moon. Because, you know, it's Earth and the Moon. I mean, duh. Anyway, would be nice to get a mining station here quickly, just for the extra survey, exploration level and stuff. But, I don't really think I want to build another construction ship just yet. Not until we get out of this system do we need to, I think. Like, having 4 exploration ships is also kind of a bit much. We're gonna have this whole system surveyed quite quickly. Got one here, one down there, second one over there. Third one is surveying, or sorry, fourth one is surveying the sun, called Turvek, which is wrong, but I'm not gonna worry about changing it. For some reason, renaming the star doesn't rename it on this, which drives me nuts. It should. If I rename this star to just like the sun. This is still called the Turvek system. And all of the other planets are still called Turvek, even though I renamed the sun. And these are all based off, you know, it's kind of strange to me, but it's fine. On some carbonite, cool. All of our basics are guaranteed to be available in the starting system based on the normal abundance start, so totally normal and expected. Like, our development's coming back down. Gravex crystals are gone. We found stuff. We've got Krypton and Argon, useful for building shields and other things, energy weapons, I think. And then Turvek 5 is where we're going to get our Kazlon, also known as space gas. We're gonna hold off on building a mining base there for a little while because I don't want to get invaded by pirates just yet. Want to wait till we have a little bit more tech first. Before we do that, let's take a short break here and I'll see you in the next episode. As always, thank you for watching and I'll see you soon.